Welcome to another journey with Tourist Canal. Today, we invite you to discover one of the most beautiful stretches of the Neckar River in southern Germany, a peaceful route that winds through medieval towns, rolling vineyards, dramatic limestone cliffs, and quiet riverside villages. Our journey begins in the historic town of Marbach am Neckar, perched high above the river. Although Marbach is small in size, it has played an important role in German history and culture for centuries. Walking through its old town, you'll find well-preserved medieval gates, timber-framed houses, narrow cobblestone streets, and the elegant church that has watched over the town for generations. Marbach is also celebrated as the birthplace of Friedrich Schiller, one of Germany's greatest poets and playwrights. His childhood home still stands here today, reminding visitors that this quiet town has inspired ideas that reached far beyond its walls. On Saturday mornings, the town becomes even more lively as the weekly market fills the historic streets with fresh produce, flowers, local specialties, and conversations between residents who have gathered here for generations.
Ja, sehr gerne. Also ich sage einfach.
Die ist so toll. Die ist so schön.
Ja. Und was ich wieder gar nicht will.
Das war so finde ich schon dran.
Leaving the old town behind, we make our way down to the riverside, where the Neckar begins to reveal another side of its beauty. Unlike the mighty Rhine, the Neckar is quieter and more intimate. It flows gently through fertile valleys, connecting villages, vineyards, and historic settlements that have grown along its banks for more than 1,000 years. The Neckar River rises in the Black Forest and travels over 360 kilometers before joining the Rhine at Mannheim. Throughout history, it has served not only as a natural waterway, but also as an important route for trade, agriculture, and daily life across Baden-Württemberg.
As we continue downstream, the scenery gradually changes. Modern towns give way to peaceful countryside. Gentle hills begin to rise on both sides of the river, while vineyards spread across the steep slopes wherever the sun shines longest. Viticulture has shaped this landscape since Roman times, and over the centuries, local communities perfected the art of cultivating vineyards on remarkably steep terraces. Even today, many of these vineyards are still tended by hand. Every season brings its own rhythm, from the first green leaves of spring to the golden harvest of autumn, continuing traditions that have been passed down through countless generations. The wines produced here are part of the Württemberg wine region, one of Germany's oldest and most respected wine-growing areas. More than an agricultural product, wine has become part of the region's identity, influencing its architecture, festivals, local cuisine, and way of life. Further along the river, we arrive near Mundelsheim, where the Neckar begins to curve gracefully through one of its most picturesque valleys. Vineyards blanket the surrounding hillsides, while peaceful walking trails offer spectacular panoramic views over the river below. From above, the Neckar winds through the landscape like a silver ribbon, quietly connecting nature and history.
Soon, one of the highlights of the journey comes into view, Hessigheim and the remarkable Hessigheimer Felsengärten. These striking limestone cliffs have been sculpted by nature over millions of years. Together with the surrounding vineyards and the winding river, they create one of the most breathtaking landscapes in southern Germany. The cliffs are also home to rare plants and wildlife, making this area not only a destination for hikers and photographers, but also an important protected natural habitat.
Finally, our journey reaches Besigheim, a beautifully preserved medieval town where the Neckar meets the Enns River. With its ancient towers, defensive walls, narrow lanes, and riverside charm, Besigheim provides a fitting conclusion to a journey that has revealed the timeless beauty of the Neckar Valley. So, sit back, relax, and join us as we explore one of Germany's most scenic river landscapes, from the historic streets of Marbach to the vineyards of Hessigheim and the medieval beauty of Besigheim. This is the Neckar River, where history, nature, and tradition continue to flow together.